No way! Absolute carnage. Hey there, internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars of Keeve YouTube channel. Is clear plastic less durable than opaque plastic? Now, the simple answer is yes, it is more fragile. It is not as durable as HDPE, it's called. All of your clear bottles that you see here are PET1, which is a polyethylene type, but it's always considered a single use, which is why just almost all water bottles, Coca-Cola bottles, Mountain Dew, all those bottles are that type because they're easier to recycle in the end, and they're only meant for single use, and they're usually always clear. Now your HDPE plastics, they're always usually opaque in nature because that's the nature of the plastic, but it is more durable, and it tends to be the plastic used by most manufacturers when it comes to something they want to last and be durable, hold chemicals for long periods of time. All of your weed killer sprayers and all that kind of stuff, none of them are ever clear, are they? And I think I've been kind of blinded by the fact that clear just looks awesome, right? It looks awesome. You can see your liquid. You can tell if there's any particles in there. You can tell if it's mixed properly. All these kinds of properties that makes clear awesome. Colored liquid, you can see it better, but if it's not, you can't see it as well through the plastic. And that's the one thing I don't like about that type of plastic. Here is my Super It's foam cannon. And one of the biggest things about this is I picked that clear bottle, but that is not loosening from the thread. That is loosening because the top was literally completely broken out. And I have not abused this one, really. I did that video and I've only used it a few times since then. And this is what can happen to the clear bottles. It is top heavy. So it is constantly, all the time, putting pressure. So if you want your clear plastics to last longer, you should store your manifold and your bottle separately, so that way it's not sitting on the top causing constant pressure on that plastic. It probably will make it last a little bit longer. I still am going to pick the clear bottle. I'll just buy a few more bottles. I just like the clear bottle that much. These types of plastics, like on the Bear Force foam cannon, they're not as durable as, say, the plastics on the MJJC, the Griots, the Adams. But it doesn't always have to be clear. It can just be really thin. This is the Too Cool foam cannon. Let me show you up close. In the video, I pointed out that this plastic was very, very brittle filling. When I pushed on the nozzle, I could hear it slightly cracking. It fell off the, the storage cabinet, and they shattered into pieces. So now you're saying, Keeve, wait a second, this is a foam cannon video. You're gonna foam? Nope, we're not gonna foam. We're not gonna complain about the turn knobs on top. We're not gonna complain about ergonomics. What we're gonna do today is we are literally going to put my entire collection of foam cannons at risk. That means drop testing. We're sacrificing for the science here. So don't forget to check out the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to testing. I truly really don't think I've ever dropped one like while I was using it. It's always been falling off of a storage cabinet. We'll do 5 drops empty. This is all gonna be shoulder height. The neighbors are gonna be like, what the hell is going on over there? The clear also bounces a lot higher too. So here's the Griots. This is by far what I would think would be the most durable. It has the thickest walls of any foam cannon bottle that I know of. I think we have our first real damage here. It's not just scratches, it's almost delaminated right there. I don't know if you can see it in the sunlight, but there's a stress right here. Ooh, delamination. Right there. Delamination, we are seeing a common occurrence in the clear bottles on impact. Well, round one went about as expected. They're not really going to break empty, but we did notice a common occurrence on some of the clear bottles, some delamination, where it looks like the plastic layers have kind of separated and kind of bubbled a little bit. We're just doing a straight durability test with a full bottle with the manifold on there. So the manifold's at risk. It's not going to be the major point of impact, but it could have collateral impact as it bounces around. So we'll see the durability on that. We have deformed the bottle. Now we filled all of these up with exactly 1,000 milliliters in all of them, so they have the same water weight. Now if the manufacturer decided to make a really heavy manifold to make the terminal velocity go a little bit faster, then that's on them. No issues, but it looks like the bottom did bow this way a little bit. I think out of all the foam cannons, this is the one that you wanted to see. I do have an extra bottle, so don't worry about that. Okay. Oh, I think we cracked it. Oh my gosh. First drop, look at it. It is just shattered. It's leaking. Oh, we gotta do it 3 times. Oh shit. No way. Wow. And it busted the freaking manifold off. The manifold never hit the ground. This is strictly the force of the bottle hitting the ground and reciprocating that stress back through, and it snapped it clean off. All right, no actual damage, but it made it pop out of its threads. 2 times it broke off its threads. So we delaminated more, and it actually dented right here. Sorry, neighbors are mowing the grass. That's why I film in the garage. Oh, 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 the quality of the MTM. Look at that snap. But we got one more drop. Complete separation. There's your quick connect. Maybe you spent more time making a better bottle. Dude, that sucks. I had to change the battery and I didn't hit record, and we destroyed the Rain Covo on the first drop, and that's what happened. Man, I really wish I would have gotten that on video. Rain Covo / Sequence / every other clear foam cannon on Amazon. Here's the McKillens. This is actually drop number 2. First drop happened, it wasn't recording. The threading just popped off. Only thing we see here is a bit of a stress point, a dent in the bottle here where it's been pushed up. I can't drop test it anymore because on the first drop, absolute carnage. Apologize, I'm in the countryside, so people are on the weekends, they shoot their guns. I thought in this video that all of the braking would happen down here, and it did on some, but I was not expecting. But it does kind of make sense because the weight up here and when it hits, you know, stress point. Whoever makes Power Town, I don't see this going so well. It survived the first drop. I stand corrected, Power Town. You did quite well. Just a lot of delamination, a lot of impact points on the bottom. It just popped off. I think it's a good thing that they pop off. I think it takes stress off of breaking the neck, but this one definitely got beat up pretty bad. It's definitely lost all of its balance. The Real U foam cannon, not even a dent, nothing. So here's our survivors. The Adams, McKillens, the Griot's Brilliant Finish, the Griot's Boss, the Swift Auto Care Foam Cannon, the PWA-CCS, the Real U, and the Power Time. That's the one exception to the rule here, because you notice a common theme. HDPE bottles. Power Town is damaged. It does have cracks right in here, but it is not stopping the ability for you to use it. So we actually did have some superficial damage to the griots that I just found. The nozzle popped off, but it's mainly just because the pin that holds it in came out. So we just put that pin back in and we should be good to go. Now, as they say, there are levels to this. 1, 2, and 3. You also notice over there the Bear Force bottle is over there full with no manifold. Well, the bottle survived. Let's go see what happens to it on the first level. That one's done. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Probably one more drop from the normal height that was going to happen. Let me tell you what, the Powertown bottle, there's something about it. It just kind of popped off. That didn't break. Where's it at? Oh, look at that. We just got to bend those back. Brilliant Finish and Real U both show no signs of any problem. Swift Auto Carry MGDC Pro V2 and Adams both show no issue other than the dents. McKillen's and the griots both, not even a dent really. The PWA CCS, no clear issue. Time for level 2. McKillen's and a Real U, no problems. Griots and Adams both survived, no problem at all. Brilliant Finish, Pro V2 Swift Auto Care, perfect. So the abrupt corners of the PWA CCS kind of did it in there, but that would still be functional. By some miracle, the Powertown has survived level 2. Too many are making it to level 3. We must change. Level 3 is now no longer dropping from kind of that level. Level 3 is me dropping from my shoulder on level 3. I might not even be in this frame when I do it. No foam cannon for a normal user is ever going to go through this type of stuff, even if you're a pro detailer. But we might as well figure it out. All right, this is quite the drop. No way. That was better than I expected. This is crazy. I didn't think half of these would survive. There's definitely a little more damage, but most of them look functional. The Adams did quite well. We cracked the cap, but I mean, it made it pretty far, didn't it? And the bottle didn't fail. The bottle's perfect. McKillen's, I see no problem with the cap. It did get a significant dent right here and a stress crack. It doesn't leak water. So the Brilliant Finish survived pretty well other than this impact right here. Big old swell right there. The Real U had the same impact. The PWA CCS, it took a hit though. It took a hit. Now the Powertown, I don't know what they put in this plastic, but you can see, I mean, we have tons of hits, tons of delamination. The manifold is intact other than we have the cracks are getting worse and worse and worse. We forgot the griots. The bottle is in perfect shape. Doesn't even have a slight little dent on this side, but it really hasn't lost its form. Now we're gonna drop the manifolds from shoulder height, but this way. This should be fun. Survive that. See topic now. Maybe turn it this way. See, it's cracked right there. On shoulder height. This is as far as I'm going with the manifolds. I'm not going up to the upper levels. There goes nothing. Wow, that was complete separation, but it forced itself inside the bottle. But it was the bottle that fit. The NTN top. These are extremely durable. That is nothing. Powertown. No freaking way. Well, there's the results. It was very entertaining, and for me, lots of anxiety because multiple times I forgot to record. Another time, all of my footage was, the camera overheated and I lost like all the drop testing for the shallow neck MTM and this other one because I wanted to prove people were going to say, hey, that was a fluke. Well, all three of them completely failed at the neck. Thank goodness I got a security camera on the side of my house. I checked. I do have the footage that it actually did happen. Definitively cannot say MJJC failed because we just don't know. But it's very like it, so it's possible. But we do have an MJJC SV3 that the bottom of the bottle shattered. And not just that. On a drop test on the bottle, the manifold severed. There's very little contact point right there. That's bad design. All the clear bottles, only one surviving, the Power Town. I don't know how this survived. Amazing. Griots, 2 for 2. Boss and Brilliant Finish. The top kind of broke a little bit because it has the top from the Max Shine, which we see anytime you have a tall turn top. They all, when they impacted, they got bent a little bit. But the ones with the smaller turn knobs did not have that issue. So if I had the small turn knob on the Boss, it might have survived, but it doesn't matter because it still functions. It still works. All of these, take some notes. Maybe NTM needs to look into their molds and where it is molded at the neck. Yes, everybody that said clear plastic is not as durable, you're absolutely right. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check the links below for anything in the video, and I'll see you in the next video. And what I have for you before, blah, blah, blah. Hey there, internet. Blah, blah. Now, as they say, there are levels to this. 1, 2. Now, you'll notice over there, the cell, so you'll also notice over there the, oh my gosh, the wind. Jeez, how fast are you driving, you dickhead? Well, we knew it was an inevitable. Well, we knew it was inevitable. We knew it was inevitable. We knew it was an inevitable. I can't say inevitable. Now the real question is, my anxiety is killing me. Was it recording? Thank you. It's not. Oh. JC anymore. Jeez. No. 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 That's it on too long and fucking lost all that fucking footage.